my god. So we just had a group ride and my board got so soaked and nasty and my shoes look like they had poop all over them. So I have a bunch of board maintenance to do today, and I want to start with my V2. So my V2 has like close to 6,000 miles on it at this point, and I've never done a deep cleaning or maintenance on it. So what I think I'm going to do today is I'm going to take it all apart. I have a feeling it's going to be gross. We're going to... Yo, underneath this battery is going to smell like a swamp. I ride this, I get caught in the rain, so I go through all sorts of stuff. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to adjust this camera. I'm going to start a time lapse. We're going to tear this thing down.
Okay, so besides this being like totally disgusting and gross, I want you to check these out. You see that? Look at them bolts.
Alright, so I'm actually really stoked that I did maintenance today, because I actually found several issues. Go figure. It's just, you know, you put on so many miles, you're gonna have issues and you need to do maintenance. Honestly, I should have done it sooner. So in the least, I got a bearing failing, but let's look at a couple other things. I say a bearing failing. A bearing really needs lube before it starts to fail. So let's take a look at what we got here. Deck, everything looks good. This is just really gross. Really gross. I've never cleaned underneath here. Going on, like I said, close to 6,000 miles. My plan for starters is I'm gonna wipe this whole deck down. I'm gonna wash it off on the underside, dry it off. I'm gonna try to get rid of some of this nastiness. I'm just gonna use a rag and some water, and then I plan on reassembling everything. So what we have is this rear Flatland 3D Bashguard. I have a clip that's broken on it, so we'll need to replace that. Here's my rear deck bolts. No major issues there. A little bit rusty maybe. So hopefully I got some spares because I want to swap them out, but actually look at these bolts from my front. Oh my god, I can't believe it. So a really good thing we've done that. We're gonna clean this nasty stuff up and put this back together. Yay, so as luck would have it, I did source a clip, so I got an extra clip, so we're good to go there. And I got bolts that we need, 4 totally completely unused. I'm going to put them on the front, the other 4 I'm going to throw on the back, and we'll be good to go. Let's do it. Okay, so we got this thing all cleaned up. It was pretty gross, but it doesn't stink as bad now, and it's clean. So I am going to reassemble. Let me go look and see what we got for wheels and bearings. Let's hold this thought. Okay, so I figured out my plan. I have some Olin ceramic bearings. I have 4 of them, and that's enough to do the front. These Olin ceramic bearings are pretty badass. And so they have the extended race, so it's got the built-in spacer and the built-in speed ring. Swapped out my fronts. I'm up to the backs. I pulled the bearings out, and I'm going to take some of this Ionic Flux black ceramic bearing lube. We're going to shake it vigorously. I've opened up the bearing, removed the dust ring cover seal. Now we just want to take the Ionic Flux and add a drop, a drop, a drop. I like to do 4 good drops in my small bearings. So that's it, everybody. We did a once over on my daily rider, coming up on close to 6,000 miles on this board, which is just amazing. It's doing great now. I'm glad we did. We cleaned out the swamp from underneath the battery, you know, a lot of funk. It smells better. I feel better knowing that whatever it was under there isn't under there anymore. We also found those really trashed deck bolts, and those things are nasty and mangled. I can't believe how bad they were. I'm so glad we found them. We have new deck bolts on there. We also found that bearing issue where the bearing was going bad, so I just went ahead and redid the front bearings and threw on brand new ceramics from Olin. I'll throw a link down in the description below. You can go check those out. My backs are Acer racing bearings, inside and outside. I'll throw a link in the description. You can go check those guys out if you want. I have no partnerships with either one of those. They are just products that I use. The lube we used, Ionic Flux. I'll throw a link in the description from below. This dude's out of Estonia, but the lube that they have is just spectacular. It's just amazing. So you definitely want to check them out. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Let me know, what do you do about your board maintenance? How often do you do your check-overs, your once-overs? How often do you do your bearings and check things out like that? Do you check your belts out often to see what kind of condition they're in? I generally try to check mine before every ride. If they're brand new, I might let it go for a few rides before I check, but I try to stay on top of it because I don't want to have one break in a very important moment. What about you? If you like this video, hit like for sure. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Yeah, and I need subscribers, so go subscribe from your friend's account and your mom's account too. Thank you for tuning in. Check me out next time, and we'll see what we get into. Thanks, guys.